You ever look at the news and it just feels like a bunch of random, chaotic stories? A political tragedy over here, some crazy tech breakthrough over there, a massive corporate deal. What if I told you they're not random at all? What if they're all pieces of the same puzzle? Okay, so let's connect the dots and see how the headlines from just a single day can actually show us the hidden forces that are shaping, well, everything.
It really all comes down to this one question. How does a single event, just one moment, send a shockwave out that completely changes the game? A moment so powerful, it literally bends everything around it, from the conversations we have online all the way up to the biggest corporate boardrooms. So, yeah, how does one thing manage to trigger a cascade that reshapes the entire landscape?
All right, so our story kicks off with that exact shockwave. We're talking about a single violent act that immediately spirals out of control online. And in doing so, it just lays bare all these deep cracks in our digital world and shows us the insane speed that information and, disinformation moves at now. And the epicenter of this whole thing, the trigger point, was the murder of the political commentator Charlie Kirk. Now, this wasn't just a crime. No way. It was an event that was instantly turned into a symbol. It became the flashpoint for a much, much bigger fight that was already simmering just under the surface. And this is where the digital side of it just explodes. Almost immediately, extremist groups like the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers jump on it and just seize the whole narrative. And what's really wild here is the whiplash. I mean, these are groups that had criticized Kirk before, but overnight, they completely flipped the script. They turned him into a martyr to push their anti-government agendas and to stir up calls for violence online.
Then the investigation uncovers this. It is a truly chilling detail that just adds a whole other layer to this. The bullets themselves had messages inscribed on them. So right away, you know this wasn't some random act of violence. This points to a deeply symbolic, highly premeditated motive that turns a political killing into something way more sinister. The fallout was just instant and honestly chaotic. Look at this. On one side, you've got a platform like Discord working with law enforcement. But on the other, you have Elon Musk getting accused of silencing critics of Kirk. And then in the media world, a South Park episode gets pulled, a whole DC comic series is just canceled. It's a total mess, and it shows this impossible tightrope that everyone is trying to walk between censorship and accountability. So while that whole digital firestorm is spreading, on the exact same day, there's a completely different kind of storm brewing in the world of tech. We're talking about the AI gold rush, this super high-stakes, almost philosophical war for the future of artificial intelligence. And at the core of that storm, there's this huge debate going on. You've basically got two camps. In one corner, you have what people are calling the cult of AGI. It's this almost religious mission to build an all-powerful AI. But in the other corner, you have seasoned pros who see it as an inevitable bubble. They think, yeah, it's a ton of hype, it's a ton of overinvestment, but that's actually what you need to fund the really big foundational breakthroughs. And right as this whole debate is raging, governments are finally starting to step into the ring. California passes this landmark AI safety bill. It's one of the first of its kind in the US. So while the industry is in this mad gold rush, you've got regulators scrambling to build the guardrails, like in real time. And if you want to know just how weird the public pressure on these guys has gotten, get this. In a real interview, the CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, was asked if he ordered the murder of an employee, a question based on a completely baseless conspiracy theory. It just goes to show you that these AI leaders aren't just tech guys anymore. They're these massive public figures facing some truly surreal levels of scrutiny. Okay, so where do these two massive stories, the political chaos and the AI gold rush, finally connect? Right here. Both of these worlds are being shaped by a handful of new power brokers. We're talking about titans who are making enormous bets right at the intersection of technology, money, and, frankly, societal control. And the scale of their power, it's just hard to even wrap your head around. Look at this number, $1 trillion. That is the proposed 10-year pay package for Elon Musk. This isn't just a salary, right? A number that big is a statement. It represents a concentration of wealth and influence that is just unlike almost anything we've ever seen in history. And the massive bets just keep on coming. At the same time, Musk's other company, SpaceX, is dropping $17 billion into a direct-to-cell satellite market. Now, this is not just about getting better phone service in remote areas. This is a strategic play to build the essential infrastructure that could give SpaceX incredible leverage over other tech giants, even a company as big as Apple.
Even a decision that seems kind of small, like Tesla getting rid of its cheapest Cybertruck model, it tells you a lot about the strategy. It's a clear pivot away from any promise of accessibility and a hard turn towards making it a high-margin, exclusive luxury item. It's just another move that focuses power and profit at the very top of the market. So where is all this heading? This convergence, this mashup of digital chaos, AI development, and immense corporate power, it's creating the hidden battlefields of tomorrow. These are the new frontiers where our security, our privacy, our data, it's all going to be challenged in ways we're only just starting to imagine. So check this out. Every piece of data we think is secure right now, your banking, your messages, everything, it's all protected by really complex math. But here's the thing. New research proves that quantum computers could, in theory, just shatter that protection completely. So that has kicked off this incredibly urgent, high-stakes race to invent new, quantum-resistant encryption before the old locks become useless. And this kind of tech isn't just some far-off theory. The tools for large-scale immigration enforcement, for example, are already being put together. We're talking about phone spyware, facial recognition, forensic tools that can hack phones, all connected to these vast databases. It is a powerful surveillance machine being built from all the different technologies we've been talking about. Which, at the end of the day, leave us with this one massive question. In a world where a single event can cause these huge digital shockwaves, and this AI storm is brewing faster than anyone can keep up with, who is actually steering the ship? Is it the innovators who are building the tech, the regulators who are trying to put up guardrails, or is it the powerful platforms that connect us all? That really is the question we have to figure out.